Hi everyone, it's your girl Regina, Side Hustle Queen Creations. Welcome to another one of my videos. If this is your first time watching one of my videos on my YouTube channel, welcome to Regina's Crazy Life. If you do not follow me on Facebook, make sure you head over to Facebook and join my crafting group, Side Hustle Queen Creations. I share craft videos each and every day and I answer craft questions. Today's video, I want to talk to you guys about alcohol ink. I recently went on Amazon to buy me a set of alcohol ink and it was $14.99. If you follow me on Facebook, you know I love to challenge Amazon on some of the products that they do sell because some of the stuff you can do it yourself. So alcohol ink is ink that people use on their cups, their tumblers, their wine glasses, keychains, anything that you use with epoxy. Alcohol ink is good. You can use them when you're making dominoes. You can use this when you're making your checkerboards, your chess pieces. Like I said, anything that you use, keychains, anything that you use epoxy or UV resin with, you can you can use this, you can mix this with the glitter to change the epoxy different colors. Alcohol ink, a lot of people use alcohol ink. They use it when they're making the glitter pens, and the list can go on and on. So I decided to make my very own alcohol ink. This ink that you see right now I made it maybe about 4 or 5 days ago. So the color of it is this is what it originally looked like, and it's what, because it's been sitting and the color is just, when I used it, I used some purple and the purple was just nice. It was just beautiful. It was just beautiful. As you can see, I used some already. So it definitely worked. Just some red I made. So today I'm going to show you what you need. If you want to pay the $14.99 with Amazon because you don't want to be bothered with it, that's fine. But I'm at Dollar Tree all the time. So these items you can pick up right from Amazon, and you can save 50% on the cost of you would save 50% by making this project your own. So just depending on how many colors of alcohol ink that you want to make at a time, this here project costs less than $5. So and one of the reasons why I like also making my own stuff like this alcohol ink, because a lot of times when you order stuff, you want the orange and you want the blue, but two of the other colors you really don't need or really don't use, but you got to buy the whole pack in order to get the main colors. When you do it yourself, you can make the colors that you want. Like I said, I already made some of the colors that I like to use, so we're going to go ahead and make some more. So some of the things you're going to need permanent marker. These little bottles that you can get right in the travel section at the Dollar Tree. You can get them in squirt, or both of them in squeeze bottle, but this one got a squirt top, this one got a squeeze top. Alcohol. And everything else you should have at home. A pair of scissors. I use the needle point pliers just to pull, when I break the marker open, just to pull a coloring out. And I just use a wire cutter just to cut the marker. You can and a pair of gloves. You can pretty much find anything around the house. A little hand saw. Dollar Tree sell a little hand saws for $1 if you want to get that. But just look around your house. I'm pretty sure you got some wire cutters laying around at home that'll work well. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about is the alcohol ink. When you buy your alcohol ink, you want to look at your alcohol ink. As you can see, this is 70% and this is 91%. So what you want to do is you want to get the alcohol that's 91%. Is this? Yeah, this is 90% or higher. So I got the 91% alcohol from CVS. At the time, Dollar Tree, when I went, didn't have alcohol. I got this previously from the Dollar Tree, right when they started selling alcohol again. Because of COVID, alcohol sometimes is hard to find. This was the 70% alcohol. I use it for various things, but I like to use 90% or higher when I make alcohol ink. So make sure when you're looking for that alcohol, look at that number. You want to look for 90% or higher. It's right on the front of the bottle. Just like I said earlier, your bottle's right out of the travel section. So what you want to do is you want to take your lids off. Take your lids off your bottles. Open up your alcohol. And you want to, I don't fill mine all the way up because you're going to have to put the color stem in. And you don't want it to run over when you put the stem in. So I fill it not all the way up, but half, almost up. You can, if you want the color to be even deeper, you can fill it halfway up. It's just, you know, the more you put in there, the lighter the color would be, the less alcohol you put in there, the darker it would be, okay? I think that's the best way I can explain it. I always wear a pair of gloves when I pop open these markers because I don't want to get the ink all over my skin, because it'll be, sometimes it'll be on there for a couple of days, because it is permanent marker. Make sure when you buy your markers, and you can buy these markers anywhere. This Sharpie permanent marker I got right here. See right here, it say permanent right up under Sharpie. That's what you want to look for. I actually grabbed these markers from my job. So these permanent markers came from my job. These Joy permanent marker I grabbed from Dollar Tree. It was like, I don't know, like 8 or 9 in the pack for $1. They work just fine. They work fine also. But as long as they say permanent marker, the Sharpies, their color come out a little bit stronger because they have a thicker ink pad in the middle. If you're going to use the ones for the Dollar Tree, I suggest you get 2 packs of the same color, break 2 of the same colors open, and just drop all of it into the alcohol ink. But they work fine. They work just fine, okay? So you want to take this wire cutter. Like I said, just find something around the house. Ain't no sense of spending no money. If you, like I said, if you can't find nothing, Dollar Tree do sell a little hand saw for $1. And all I'm doing is clamping down right at the bottom part. Clamp and pull back. That's it. You can actually, well, sometimes I can't grab it. That's why I got the needle nose pliers. That little ink piece in between. Pull it right out. See how I pulled it right out? What I want to do, I think I already made it. Take your alcohol bottle, drop it right in. Just like that. Take your scissors. Because if you don't cut it, it's going to kind of stick out the bottom. Cut it. That's one piece. And if you have to cut it 3 times, you can. But I got it in there with 2 cuts. And just let it sit. And that one will make a bottle of teal. See how it's already, as soon as it hit the alcohol, it's already making a color. I should have cut it 3 times. Because one, it's not all the way down in the water. But you can always just take the scissors, there you go, and move it around. The alcohol will get in there. It'll work the same. Shake it up. Or if the alcohol is not completely over the top of it, just add a little bit of alcohol. And there you go, right there. I ain't got to bother it no more. I'll let this one sit. Most of the time you can let it sit for 24 hours and then you good. I do have some acetone that I clean up my tools with after I completely finish with it. But you can see this is why I wear the gloves, because if not, the ink would have been on my hands. And I just always, this here little towel right here is this little black towel. I use it for all types of craft projects. And of course, if you're new to crafting, try to grab you some silicone mats. They perfect to lay down for you to use for your craft project. Some people, and I'll show you on a Dollar Tree marker, they take this little piece right here off because that's still ink too. But with the Sharpie, I was having a hard time getting it out. So, and it broke up. This is for the Sharpie marker, so I don't even use it. I just want to show you guys that, because when I open up the Joy marker, I'm going to take that piece out. I had a little green Sharpie marker, same thing. I got a little bag right here. I'm tossing the pieces in. Grab your, and don't worry about messing up the tools, because like I said, you can use the acetone, you can use a little bit of the alcohol, and it'll take the ink right off your tools. The Sharpie marker is a little bit harder than the bust open than the Dollar Tree. markers, but let me tell y'all something. These little fat ones, and y'all know Sharpies permanent markers come in different sizes. Like I say, this size was available to me. I got it with no problem. So might have to put a little bit more elbow grease when you're dealing with the bigger size Sharpie markers. But let me tell you something, the color is worth it. And I think these right here that I got, these Sharpies, I think they might be one of the thickest ones they got. Make sure so you won't cut yourself with the scissors. Take your time. Take your time. Okay. As y'all can see, as soon as it start hitting that alcohol, look at that. It's already turning green. Look at that. Look at that. Already. Look at that. Now I got this here Dollar Tree green marker, and don't worry about it getting on the outside of the bottle because it'll dry. You can also, if you got a Cricut, or see how I pulled that right out, I just drop that in now. If you got, and it's just, I'm just using these Dollar Tree markers because I had them laying around. And one of the things, just to show you with the Dollar Tree marker, see, with the Sharpie marker, it was completely full. With the Dollar Tree marker, it's only half of what's a half of an ink pad in there versus when I use the Sharpie marker. So a lot of times, if Dollar Tree is the only place where I'm grabbing some markers from, you can grab permanent markers from pretty much anywhere. I use 2 packs and just drop it in there. And you'll get the same results. You just get the results a little bit faster and a little bit darker with the Sharpie. And if Dollar Tree markers is the only markers that you have, don't fill the bottle up as much with the alcohol. That way you can get full use of the color. See how I just halfway, a little under half. And that way I get full use of the yellow. And you see how easy it is to pop open the Dollar Tree markers. Not a lot of elbow grease. See that? It pops right off. Like I said, I just use a wire cutter. Something that was just laying around the house. No sense in spending money. And like I said, making it yourself, you can always get the colors that you want. And you save money. I just want to show you guys. See, that's why it's good to use it's a lot cheaper to use the Dollar Tree markers. But like I said, this piece, and I'll get that later, be so far down in there. Guess that's why we call it the Dollar Tree. Cut that yellow. And as soon as it hits, already getting yellow just that quick. Now when it sits for 12 hours, it's gonna be bright yellow. So if you're using the Joy markers from the Dollar Tree, just don't fill the bottle all the way up. These bottles came right from the Dollar Tree. So for less than $5, you guys, I just made my very own alcohol ink. And look at this green. The green is just killing it right now. It ain't even been 5 minutes. So if you're thinking about getting some alcohol ink, think about grabbing you some bottles, some alcohol. You should, if you're crafting, you should already have some gloves, a pair of scissors, a couple of tools that's laying around the house, and make your very own alcohol ink. I hope this video helped you guys on a way to make your own alcohol ink. Wait till you don't have to. I have an Amazon Prime account, but when I make it myself, I don't have to wait the day or two for it to come, or the week for it to come, whatever the shipping time. You know, it's a lot funner doing it yourself, and I always save money when I'm doing it. Thank you guys for watching another one of my videos, and I hope to see you guys next week when I make my very next video, how to make your very own single cup turner. Thank you guys. See you next week.